SFUSD, that's the place to be. SFUSD, bienvenidos a Tijuana. SFUSD, everyone come and see. SFUSD, join our family. S is for students, F for families too. U is for united, talking about me and you. S for solidarity, D is for diversity. SFUSD.
Hola, científicos. How are you? Wow, a lot of you sound so excited. I bet many of you had a great weekend. Did any of you go for a walk and see or observe plants? Oh, awesome. Some of you actually did that. Did you see anything new or different? How exciting. Well, I have my propagated plants from last week, and I would like to see if they look different. Would you like to make some observations with me? Awesome. Well, let's check out the potato and cilantro. So let's see. I just added some water to the potato, and I don't know about y'all, but I don't see any differences, and this was just sticking out. I wonder if yours had any, but the cilantro looks very different. Last week when I left it in the cup, it was super green, and now it kind of got purple and light at the same time. This one's still green, but I'm not really sure what happened. And they don't feel flimsy like they did last week. They feel strong, but I also don't notice any change down here or here. So maybe my cilantro just needs some more time, but I hope your plants were okay. What did you notice? Great observation, scientists. It seems like a lot of you saw the same things that I observed and talked about. You know what's interesting about the cilantro? When I see plants, they're usually in the ground or in the dirt. But this cilantro, we put just in water so it could grow. Interesting. This kind of reminds me of something that we're supposed to do this week. Oh, I remember. Científicos, I almost completely forgot that I have some new student questions for us to answer today. Remember, we've been answering student questions this month. The first week of May, we studied our big blue sky, as well as clouds and rain. Last week, we brought it back down to earth and learned about plants and their life cycle. This week, we will be answering questions about other living things that are on earth. Animals. How many of you like animals? Wow, so many. What's your favorite animal? Many different creatures. My favorite animal is flamingos because they're my favorite color, pink. Well, before I get distracted by my love for flamingos, let's check out our question for this week. It was submitted by a scientist from Bryant Elementary. They wrote it in Spanish, so I'm going to read it and then translate it into English. They said, ¿Qué tipos de animales pueden estar en el mar y en la tierra y por qué es eso? That means, what types of animals can live in the sea and land, and why is that? What a great question. It's so great that I think we will use it today and tomorrow for our time together. Let's write this question down while it's still fresh. What types of animals can live in the sea and land, and why? Oh, I did bring it. So the scientists from Bryant, what types of animals live in water and land? There we go. Were you able to write it down? It's okay if you need some more time, but I'm ready to continue. Whenever I have a new question, I always like to start with what I know. And we should start answering our question by thinking about what we know about land animals, water animals, and animals that live on land and in water. These are 3 different categories. How can I organize all of this thinking? Oh, I can make a Venn diagram. You know the 2 circles that overlap? Let me show you. Let's do this one. I guess mine are going to be oval scientists. That's okay. This, see? We used to make these pretty frequently in the last season of our show. I'm glad I remembered them. All right, so I'm going to list all the animals that I know that live in water, on land, and in both. I feel like there's something I'm supposed to share. Oh, yes. I had done some research before our time together and learned some important vocabulary. We're going to learn scientific terms or words for water and land. So when an animal lives on land, it's called a terrestrial animal. Can you say terrestrial? Eso, great job. Terrestrial sounds like a hard word, but it actually makes sense. In Spanish, we call the earth la tierra, and dirt, tierra. So terrestrial comes from the word tierra. So anything that is terrestrial just means that it is from the earth or dirt, or in this case, land. So terrestrial animals are land animals. Let's put terrestrial as one of our categories on the Venn diagram. I want to put it on this side. And I'm going to write animals above here so we know that the Venn diagram is for animals. All right. Awesome. The other category is going to be for water animals, but I learned a more scientific term for water. Another way to say that is aquatic. Can you say aquatic? Hey, awesome job pronouncing that new word. Aquatic comes from the word aqua, which means water. And many Spanish speakers might already know this because we use the word agua for water. And that sounds very similar to aquatic. Let's make sure we write aquatic in our other circle of our diagram. So now we have terrestrial and aquatic animals. Great job. We're not going to label our middle category because the middle category is just the other two put together, meaning that any animal we put in the middle is going to be both a terrestrial and aquatic animal. Well, let's get to it. I would like to start by naming some of the terrestrial animals I know. You can follow along with me, or you can write and draw your own animals in your Venn diagram. So let me think. Terrestrial animals. I can think of my pet. He's a dog, so dog. Or I should say dogs. Cats, because I've seen them on land. Tigers. Oh, lions. What else has legs? Horses. Horses, and one more. Monkeys. Even though they should be tree animals. All right, dogs, cats, tigers, lions, horses, and monkeys. All right, wow. I know a lot of terrestrial animals. Now I should think of some aquatic animals that I know. Let's get to it. Okay, aquatic animals. Fish. Whales. Another kind of fish is sharks. Crabs, which we've studied. Octopods. That's another way to say octopuses. Octopods. Giant squid. I'm gonna write giant with big letters. Because even though they're giant, they're still aquatic animals. Giant squid. And let's put one more. Oh, I don't know if I could think of another one. Jellyfish. All right. That's a lot of animals. Now, let's think of the animals that we know that can live aquatically and terrestrially. Oh, one time I caught a salamander in the water and I found out that they also live on land. So salamander, it was really cool. And let's do this, salamander. Tree frogs, because they can live in trees and in water. And trees are part of the land. And one more. Oh, toads. I totally forgot about them. Toads. Salamanders, tree frogs, and toads. So I noticed that we have a lot of animals in each circle, but not as many animals where they overlap. Interesting. I must know more. Well, científicos, it seems like we have our work cut out for us for tomorrow. We know aquatic animals and terrestrial animals, and we know that there are also some animals that are both. Now we have to figure out why they live in both habitats and how they're able to do that. What do you think? Why are some animals able to live in land and in water? Those are some interesting ideas. I'm sure one of them must be right. Well, scientists, that's all that we have time for today. I'm so grateful that we had this time to learn together. Please enjoy the rest of the show and be sure to come back tomorrow so we can learn more about aquatic and terrestrial animals.
Hello, my fellow omnivorous creatures. Yes, some of us are vegetarians, but by nature, we human animals are omnivores. That means our bodies can digest
meat and plants.
Some animals only eat plants. Butterflies, deer, parrotfish, geese are a few examples. Animals that only eat plants are called herbivores. Other animals, like lions, sharks, hawks, and spiders, only eat meat. They are called carnivores. They eat other animals. They don't eat plants at all. A few plant species are even carnivorous. They eat animals like flies and frogs. How about that? Our song today is about animals and their eating habits. You may remember it from the early days of SF Loves Learning. It was on in the first week. This is a new video for the same song. Now, spark up the imaginations and let's transform into a variety of animal species as we step and crawl and swim and fly through the natural world. The animals, we live in different lands. Some of us have paws, some of us have hands, some of us have fins, some of us have claws. We eat to survive in a natural world. We are the carnivores, animals we eat. We are the carnivores, poultry, fish, and meat. We catch and find prey, we live from day to day. We are the carnivores of the world. We are the animals, we live in different lands. Some of us have paws, some of us have hands, some of us have wings, some of us have claws. We eat to survive in the natural world. We are the herbivores, plants we eat. We are the herbivores, we don't eat meat. Vegetables, stalks and seeds, fruit and roots and leaves. We are the herbivores of the world. We are the animals, we live in different lands. Some of us have paws, some of us have hands, some of us have beaks, some of us have claws. We eat to survive in the natural world. We are the omnivores, we eat animals and plants. We are the omnivores, we sing and dance to celebrate our food, 'cause we are in the mood. We're omnivores, we're carnivores, us have paws, some of us have hands, some of us have fins, some of us have claws. We eat to survive in the natural world. Oh yeah! Don't you just feel like growling after that song? Or maybe you feel like chirping, or howling, winking. What animals do you find interesting? I don't know why, but I love gecko lizards. Not like the one on TV, the ones in nature. Geckos are carnivores. They eat flies, cockroaches, mosquitoes, and such. Good friends to have around. Not for the bugs, of course, but for us humans. What about the animals that you find interesting? What do they eat? Anyhow, all this talk of eating is making me hungry. I think I'll grab a snack so I can enjoy the rest of the program without my tummy rumbling. Thanks for singing along, and see you next time.
Hi, boys and girls. It's time for Mondays with Matthews. Both of those starts with which letter? You know by now it's an M. We're going to read a book today, and this book was written by one of our own employees. She works for the San Francisco Unified School District. Her name is Crystal Hawkins. See right there? Oops. Right there. By Crystal Hawkins and Ingrid Estrada Darley. And it's called Soul Sisters. Soul Sisters. And Crystal Hawkins, who works with boys and girls just like you in the San Francisco Unified School District, wrote this book, and it was drawn by Antoinette Thomas. Antoinette Thomas drew all of the pictures. So this book is called Soul Sisters. Crystal, I told you the name, Crystal's name. Crystal lives with her mom and 4 big brothers in South Central Los Angeles. You think she wrote this about herself? Lisette lives with her mom, dad, sister, and their dog Tiger. They live in South Central Los Angeles too, around the corner from Crystal's house. Crystal likes to play video games with her brothers. Lisette and her sister like to play catch with Tiger. I see Tiger. Although Crystal and Lisette come from different cultural backgrounds, they have so many things in common. See, they're going to school together. Figueroa Elementary School. They take African dance classes together. Crystal tells Lisette, I'm African American. One of the things I didn't tell you is great about this book is it has English on this side, and then it has it in Spanish over here. They enjoy sharing meals with each other on Multicultural Day. Lisette loves collard greens and cornbread, while Salvadoran cheese and bean pupusas are Crystal's favorite. Lisette teaches Crystal to say Spanish words like thank you in Spanish. Do you know how to say thank you in Spanish? Say gracias. Crystal teaches Lisette to jump double dutch so she can play with her friends at recess. They walk home from school together every day. Figueroa Elementary is on Figueroa Street. And sometimes they have sleepovers and talk about being the first woman president. They are soul sisters. And here's Crystal and Ingrid, who wrote the book together. Can you see their pictures? Get a little closer. Oh, I'm showing you the. Whoa, look. There it is. Okay, now, sorry about that. See, that's Crystal and Ingrid. And they grew up together and they wrote this book together. They are soul sisters. Thank you for sharing with me. Thank you, Crystal and Ingrid, for sharing your work with us. Boys and girls, have a great learning day.
Hi, everyone. How are you doing today? My name is Miss Jessica, and I am a dance teacher with San Francisco Ballet's Dance in Schools and Communities. That's right. Usually we would be dancing together in each other's schools, classrooms, cafeterias, or maybe even multi-purpose rooms. And today, instead of dancing in our own homes, I thought it would be great to take it to the beach. What do you say? Now, some of you asked, what are some different animals that can survive on land versus in the water? Well, today we are going to talk about two of my favorite animals. Do you want to know who they are? One is a crab, and the other is a turtle. Both a crab and a turtle can survive on land and in the water. What are some things that make them different? Well, a crab moves side to side, and a turtle moves forward, back, and maybe in a circular motion. Well, let's start with our crab. Let's dance like we have crab claws, side by side. Perfect. Let's get low to the ground because crabs like to bury themselves into the sand. Awesome. Now let's make sure that we're looking around and let's move side to side. And other side. Maybe go a little slower. Let's go to the other side. Excellent. Shake it out, shake it out. Whew. Now, let's switch gears to a turtle. A turtle gets really low to the ground as well. They can also bury themselves in the sand. But let's move a little bit slower. Turtles move a little bit slow on land. Can you move around your space slow like a turtle? Maybe you go to a low level because our turtles are a little bit low to the ground. Good job, everyone. Now everyone freeze. And let's bring our head out of our turtle shell and explore our environment. Beautiful. And shake it out. All right. So we saw how our crabs can move side to side on land. And our turtles moving slow through the sand. Now, let's take a dive into the deep blue sea. And let's see how our crabs and our turtles play around. Ready? Let's dive together. Wow! Now, usually, we wouldn't be able to breathe underwater. But remember, we are turtles and crabs, and they can breathe underwater. Excellent. Let's take a nice deep breath. Wow. So beautiful. All right. Now, let's dance like our crabs. Maybe we're hopping a little bit because we're underwater and we can float a little bit. We're still moving side to side. Let's try a different direction side to side. And switch. Excellent. Now, something thing different about a crab and a turtle is that when turtles are in the water, they can swim kind of fast. So, let's swim like we are sea turtles. Excellent. Move around the space. Excellent. Maybe spin in a circle. Excellent. I think we did our job here underwater. Let's go back into land. Ready? Woo! It's a little hot up in here. It's a little bit cooler down under in the water. Now that we're out here, we have the beautiful sun. Everyone fan yourself off. Fan yourself off. Whew. Thank you so much for exploring with me how a crab and a turtle can survive on land and in water. I love moving my body in different ways. Again, my name is Miss Jessica, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Wash, washy, wash, washy, wash, wash your hands. Scrub them while you sing this song. Wash, washy, wash, washy, wash, wash. Rub your hands and fingers and the places in between. Using soap and water makes your blood so clean. Wash your hands. Great job, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Taking care of yourself is also taking care of others. We are all in this together.
Hello, I'm Superintendent Dr. Vincent Matthews of the San Francisco Unified School District. It made me so happy to spend time with you today. I hope you had fun too. What did you make on the show today? Submit your content here using the QR code or go to bit.ly, bit.ly/SFUSD, yes, why yes, and watch all of our episodes at sfusd.edu/SF-loves-learning. And now it's time to say goodbye. So let's sing our goodbye song. For this song, you have to use your whole body. Will you sing it with me? Are you ready? Wave high, wave low. For now, it's time to go. Wave your elbows, wave your toes, wave your tongue, and wave your nose. Wave your knees, wave your lips. Blow a kiss with your fingertips. Wave your ears, wave your hair, wave your belly, and wave your derriere. Wave your chin, wave your eye. For now it's time to say goodbye. Bye-bye.
SFUSD, that's the place to be. SFUSD, bienvenidos a Tijuana. SFUSD, everyone come and see. SFUSD, join our family.